224 days.
It's a countdown clock Becky Boy wishes she didn't have to track. The number of days before her best friend of 20-plus years, Kim Potter, is free from prison.
I try not to look at that because it breaks my heart.
While refusing to remember the days that have passed since she's been there.
But it's one day too many.
For months, Boy has been leading a call and letter writing campaign to Governor Tim Walz to commute the former Brooklyn Center police officer's sentence for the death of Daunte Wright.
You were hopeful months ago, but how are you feeling today about that?
Well, we've been ghosted, basically. You know, the efforts with the letters are still continuing to the governor. Emails, letters have been going to the parole board as well.
So someone from the office of the governor does call you, but there's been no return calls or emails ever since?
No. One phone call, one generic email denying our request for a meeting, and that's it.
Potter's been behind bars at Shakopee Women's Prison since December, serving a 16-month sentence. Boy says they have confirmation the Board of Pardons has received Potter's application, but the board's fall meeting will happen in December, meaning even the possibility of an early release is unknown.
The website says, the hearing is supposed to take place in the fall. Well, if it's December, then that's winter. That's not fall. Our understanding at this point is the parole board will meet in October to choose a December date, which is pretty convenient because that will happen after the elections. And I fully believe that it is a strategic plan on these politicians' parts.
Minnesota's governor, attorney general, and Supreme Court Chief Justice all serve on the Board of Pardons. They must unanimously approve commuting any sentence. A board spokesperson told Alpha News the upcoming elections did not directly affect the dates of the fall meeting, now scheduled for December 19th and 20th, adding that it's not unusual for the fall meeting to be held in December, as they have the past 3 years. The board will decide a month prior which applications will make it that far. And no matter what November's election may bring, Governor Walz and Attorney General Ellison will still act as voting members of the board, as they will continue to hold their positions in office.
Maybe Walz would hold true to some of his messages on his ads that he wants to do the right thing. Do the right thing. She does not belong in prison. She never has.
Boy also points to Ellison's statement from Potter's sentencing.
These are his own words.
As another reason for an early release.
Ms. Potter could make a powerful contribution. She could have a profound impact on police officers, departments, and manufacturers about the urgency of ending weapons confusion and saving lives. It will be up to her to show that she can do this with true remorse and make true amends. I hope she can. She can. She can't do it right now while she's sitting behind bars. So what is the point of keeping her there? When this is what he wants her to be doing, give her the opportunity to get out and to do some of these things.
Potter's supporters say other prisoners have been released essentially by the same people.
It makes my blood boil. In the last year and a half, it was hundreds of actual criminals that have been released due to COVID, due to overcrowding, for a number of reasons. And it's this administration that is releasing them.
As a former crime prevention specialist for the Brooklyn Center PD, Boy admits it's been hard to watch what's happened to her old department, fighting record crime with far fewer people, down more than 30%.
I guess in my eyes, when something like this happens, I think it's appropriate, or would have been appropriate, that the Brooklyn Center mayor, council, and whatever other uppity-ups could have come to the rest of our department. Sorry this happened. This has to have a profound effect on everybody. Yes, it affected every single person in that department and that community.
But there was none of that.
No. Their choice was to bring activists in to figure out how many people they could fire and how they could rearrange the police department to their liking. That, to me, is not a solution.
Well, and look what's happened since.
Exactly. We're not in any better place than we were. Stop playing the politics. Start playing the people.
Due to ongoing COVID lockdowns at the prison, Boy has only been allowed to see Potter once in person. She's also one of several to show support outside in months past. Potter remains segregated for safety reasons.
the human contact she gets is very, very minimal. There's been a couple that have figured out, who Kim is and have completely berated her, and said horrible things. Another woman was just kind of made a comment to her through the door and said, "You don't deserve to be here." So now, you've got other prisoners telling her she shouldn't be there.
But Boy says Potter is coping as best she can and that she's heard from supporters around the world. Still, Potter seems most concerned with other people, as Boy was reminded of on a recent phone call.
These women are coming in for whatever they've done in general population, but our conversation was about their mental health and what can she do when she gets out to maybe help these women so they're not going back to abusive relationships or, the same environment that they were in. And, I'm like, this is Kim, you're sitting there in the most horrible situation that you could be in, and you're worried about the other women in that prison, That's just who she is. I don't understand why she has to stay there until April when she could be doing so many good things out there for everybody to see.